All right, just as I ended my stream and I was sitting on the toilet using the bathroom, I got a Google update saying David is now a suspect. Oh my gosh. Singer David is a suspect in death of 15-year-old found in trunk, LAPD says. I saw that he was not cooperating with the popo, which is not what his speaker, I forgot who said that he was cooperating. I guess he's not. Singer David has been identified as the suspect in the death of a 15-year-old girl who was found dead in a vehicle he owned in September, according to a LAPD source with direct knowledge of this investigation. David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, has not been charged with any crime. He has not been cooperative. The source told NBC LA the teen most likely died in spring, and this is the crazy part. And David most likely had help dismembering and disposing of the body, the source said. Burke's lawyer did not immediately respond to requests for a comment Tuesday evening. A spokesperson for the singer said in September he was fully cooperating with authorities. The remains of Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found September 8th in the trunk of a Tesla at a LA impound lot. Police have said the Tesla had been towed after being parked for several weeks. So Miss Rivas Hernandez may have been deceased for several weeks before the discovery of her body. Police said September 29th. She was reported missing from Lake Elsinore, California last year. She was last seen April 5th, 2024, according to the Riverside County Sheriff Department.
Tonight, Singer David, now a suspect in connection with the death of Celeste Rivas, according to a Los Angeles police source with direct knowledge of the investigation, telling NBC4 Los Angeles. The 15-year-old's decomposed remains were found in September inside.
That is so crazy. That is so crazy.
A Tesla registered to him at a Los Angeles tow yard. But the girl was reported missing last year, according to authorities. Now, the LAPD source saying David has not been cooperative, adding Rivas' death likely occurred in the spring and that the singer likely had help in dismembering and disposing of the body. Law enforcement sources have said the remains were not intact, and according to the medical examiner, it appeared the girl, who was described as having wavy black hair and weighing about 71 pounds, had been dead inside the Tesla for an extended period of time. The singer David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, rose to fame on TikTok and was on tour.
Okay, we pretty much
when
know
the
this
body
already.
was found this summer.
Let's see, TMZ dropped something too.
Hey everybody, we just broke a big story, a huge story really, on the website in the David investigation, in the investigation into Celeste Rivas' death. I know everyone has been waiting to hear something about this. It has been 2 months since Celeste's decomposing body was found in David's Tesla. And now we know, if you for 1 second thought that the police had forgotten about this and this case was not going to be solved, we now know that the police...
There's no way people could forget this shit.
...have been working diligently on this case. And here's what we have found out from our law enforcement sources. David is viewed as a suspect in this case. That may seem obvious, but remember, they have not publicly said anything like that. They have not even said publicly that he is a person of interest. We have spoken...
I wonder what changed. Why are they saying that now?
...to several well-placed sources in law enforcement, and they say that in the investigation, they are viewing him as a suspect. Another thing is they're viewing this as a homicide. We told you more than a month ago that the key thing here is police were waiting to get the medical examiner report back, and they wanted to
So I'm assuming they finally got her back.
find out the manner and cause of death. They wanted that from the medical examiner because the reality is at this point, yes, they know that her body was decomposing, that it was chopped up, but they don't know how she died.
Wait, so it was chopped up?
Because the reality is at this point, yes, they know that her body was decomposing, that it was chopped up, but they don't know how she died. And they were waiting for those results. We are told they still do not have toxicology results from the medical examiner's office.
Oh.
However, what investigators do know so far is leading them to treat this as a homicide. They're still waiting for the medical examiner report to back that up, but they are viewing David as a suspect and viewing this as a homicide.
So does that mean they don't have anything so far? Because it seems like they're still waiting for it.
So there's something else here that's two more things we got to tell you about. And one of them has to do with the fact that there could be other arrests here. David may not.
Oh, like he has the live stream pulled up of Celeste and him.
Has to do with the fact that there could be
Whoa.
other arrests here. David may not be the only person that they end up arresting in this case. And we'll tell you why in just a moment. Now,
there's been a lot of talk of the bodyguard and the manager.
Another very key fact that we have been told, that there was in the spring of 2025, they have information, police do, about David going to Santa Barbara County, a remote area of Santa Barbara County. That's how it was described to us. That he went to this remote area, spent several hours there, and then returned to LA. Don't know anything.
Wait, what's this?
County. That's how it was described to us. That he went to this remote area, spent several hours there, and then returned to LA. Don't know.
Are they alluding that that's where it happened?
Told that now here is another very key fact that we have been told, that there was in the spring of 2025, they have information, police do, about David going to Santa Barbara.
Oh. So if we were to assume David did that, unalived her in Santa Barbara, because he spent an odd number of time at a remote place, I think that's what he said.
Barbara County, a remote area of Santa Barbara County. That's how it was described to us. That he went to this remote area, spent several hours there.
I feel like the only way they would know that is I'm not really familiar with Teslas. I know they're like very trackable and all that. I don't know if you could keep track of the history and all that, but maybe that's how they know that.
And then returned to LA. Don't know anything more at this point. Don't know. Spring of 2025 is a long way from September, early September, when her body was found in the Tesla. So,
well, I mean, from what they described, it was heavily decomposing. So maybe they preserved it for a bit and then they didn't.
We don't know yet.
Maybe the weather changed or something.
Exactly, that direct connection is, if there's a direct connection.
It sounds like there's a connection there.
But they have this information about him going to that remote area, and they are trying to find out more about that.
Damn.
So, what I'd said about other arrests.
That is new information that I have not seen anywhere. On Twitter, anywhere like that, so.
Yes. So, again, they don't have the manner of death yet. They don't have the cause of death. What we're told, though, is the manner in which the body was.
Now, Patrick CC said in his video that Celeste had a David tattoo, and that one of his theories was that her finger that had the tattoo could have been removed, which would be fucking crazy. That would be fucking serial killer energy 100%. remove that tattoo to hide as much evidence as possible, because that tattoo said David on it.
Was dismembered leads police to believe that whoever did that to Celeste had help, that it was not something that whoever the person is who did it could have done by themselves, and likely, we're told, did have help. Now, we are not being told that.
Now, who would help him? You know, we could assume, theorize, and all that, but I don't know. I don't know if that's appropriate.
There are any other people they are viewing as a suspect.
But if I was to, like, fuck, I'm sorry. If I was to assume someone that helped him by, like, an outside perspective, maybe the brother, because the brother was seen with Celeste at one of his concerts, so maybe, and their family, but I don't know.
We're not told that there are other persons of interest, just that what they've seen with the body and how it was dismembered, it likely they feel was not done by one person. So right now, again, just to recap, David viewed as a suspect by investigators on this case. They view this as a homicide, still waiting for the ME's report to back up the fact that her cause of death is a homicide.
I really hope they figure that out, because, you know, when it comes to a corpse that's heavily decomposing, it's very difficult to figure out what was the cause of the death.
This mysterious Santa Barbara trip in the spring of 2025, I think that is going to be interesting if police can find out more. And then
some
the final
evidence
question is, who else was involved in dismembering Celeste's body?
Because if it happened in Santa Barbara, that means he would have had to unalive her there, transported her body, or cut up her body, move it without being detected, cover up the smell for so long. I mean, is it possible for one person to do that? Maybe? I don't know. But I don't know.
Don't have an arrest yet, but this is a good sign for people waiting to see if there is going to be justice for Celeste.
Big news.
You know, a lot of times when these cases drag out, people start to think the police aren't doing any work. We saw this with Brian Kohberger in Idaho, and then it turned out the police had been diligently covering all their bases here to try and get bring some.
Okay.
Breaking developments to the death of teenager Celeste Rivas. TMZ reporting that investigators now view singer David as a homicide suspect. Rivas's decomposed body was found in the trunk of the singer's Tesla in Hollywood in September.
KTLA5's Jennifer McGraw joins us live from downtown LA with more on this breaking story. Jen.
Sharon Micah, TMZ reporting that there is enough evidence right now to call him and name him a suspect in a possible homicide. Take a look. This is Celeste Rivas. She was just a teenager when she was found decomposing in David's Tesla. There have been no official words or paperwork filed, but again, TMZ says they have direct knowledge from investigators that they're looking at David as a suspect, adding that they're viewing Celeste's death as a homicide, even though...
I wonder if, like, the trip was set off everything to announce that he's a suspect, but I mean, they must need like very, very concrete evidence, unless they're trying to, you know, make David fold and then make him nervous, and then bringing him in for questioning, hopefully breaking him.
Oh, the medical examiner's office has yet to determine the cause of death.
Risky.
They also said that they have new knowledge of a trip that he took in the middle of the night last spring in Santa Barbara County. David became a recording artist, launching his music career from his sister's closet while also working.
Okay, we don't.
This is a murder investigation, and although it may seem like it's taking a long time, it really isn't. They have not yet received the toxicology reports from the coroner's office. They have recently executed search warrants, and they are going through that evidence. However, today was a big day because the LAPD has said that David is officially a suspect in this case.
Damn.
No charges have been filed yet.
Dude, I really, really, really hope when this goes to court, if it goes to court, that it's a public trial and that we get to see it.
But when someone is deemed by the LAPD to be a suspect, it means that they have gathered enough evidence to believe that that person is somehow linked.
So everyone that was tripping on Caliucci's, Brian Barnes, like people pulling out from working with David, now those people look very, very silly.
To a crime, they just haven't filed any charges yet.
And Allison Treasel says it could take up to 6 months to get those toxicology reports, and that's what's probably taking so long. We're live here in downtown. Back to you in Hollywood.
I'm trying to find as much information right now.
Thank you.
Tonight, singer David, now a suspect in connection with the death of Celeste Rivas, according to a Los Angeles police source with direct knowledge of the investigation, telling NBC4 Los Angeles. The 15-year-old's decomposed remains were found in September inside a Tesla registered to him at a Los Angeles tow yard. But the girl was reported missing last year, according to authorities. Now, the LAPD source saying David...
Wait, what's this? This is a day
Does
ago.
the LAPD have the goods to set their sights on an individual? So let's talk about David and Celeste Rivas. We have spoken with people at the LAPD today, and they are not close to making an arrest. We are told it is, quote, nowhere imminent that an arrest will be made. That doesn't mean there won't be one, but there is a chance there won't be one in the sense that we don't even know if this was a homicide. And we pushed today to find out and could not get an answer on whether the medical examiner has weighed in and whether the toxicology findings are in. It would seem to me that in LA, even though it can take several months for toxicology to come in, that given the nature of this case, we are now talking mid-November. They must have the tox results by now. And again, it could show that, and this is just hypothetically, Celeste Rivas died from, say, a drug overdose. That's not a homicide. So there obviously is something, if her body indeed was cut up, because that's mutilation of a body and that's a crime, but it's not murder, it's not manslaughter, and that's what everybody is focused on right now. So does the LAPD have the goods to set their sights on an
this thing is kind of
individual?
old.
The only way they can do
The
that.
rising music star faces serious allegations tonight. TMZ is reporting David is now a suspect in the death of a missing teen found in the trunk of his car.
TMZ
Good
has
evening,
just come out
everybody.
with
You're watching
reports.
LA Live News tonight. I'm Marla Tejas.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Susan Hirasuna. Police are keeping a tight lid on any leads in the disturbing investigation, but several questions remain tonight in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
Her body was discovered dismembered in the truck of David's Tesla. How she died. Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards.
We're now standing on Doheny, where just a few...
Okay, I'm very curious as to what the Santa Barbara trip is about. I doubt there will be any more information, but
where that car was initially found before it was towed to that tow yard in Hollywood, that he,
everything
Rivas Hernandez.
Everything we know, everything they're saying for the most part is what we already know.
Of a suspect in the shock to people living and working.
Justice must be served. More aware of your surroundings.
Okay, let's check out this last one.
That after speaking with the LAPD, they are no closer to making an arrest in connection with the death of all of these stories. So get 65 days and materials. And he noted that this announcement from the
of the cause and manner of death, which should free up. That Tesla arrived at that final parking spot. I'll tell you, I do have on the filled with super.
No, we're not gaming. I just wanted to check this out.
Bar where the LAPD, we can talk about that. Have evidence.
The food chain of
that is so crazy.
Criminal culpability.
never made a public statement. Now, going to the idea this time, it would be the
Hernandez's life. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. It
What
just
is the new footage?
we are
Or
not dealing
pictures, and
with
I've
a
never seen
homicide.
these.
I think is becoming more and more likely, at least based on what is being publicly reported, that we may not know who, if anybody, took Celeste Rivas Hernandez's life. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just may mean that there's not sufficient evidence based on the facts.
Back to this point.
I know we finished pretty early today.
If there's an opportunity to arrest somebody, even on a lower level offense, I've seen it
Okay.
before in other cases, that could lead to more evidence. That could.
Crazy news. Crazy news. So unfortunate.
Now, David at the center of this gruesome.
Alrighty, well, I just wanted to check this out. If there's gonna be an arrest soon, that would be crazy, but you know, it is what it is. I am so invested into this because, you know, with the whole Wither project, for me, it was big. It was huge from my personal situation at that time. So yeah, I'm very invested. Like I said, if they're gonna do a public trial, I'll probably check that out. I'll probably react to that. Hopefully. But damn, crazy fucking news.